Okay, boom. This is episode 11.5. Look, we switched spots.
You sure it wasn't 11.25?
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, Million New Golf. The question was, Scott Davis, he's been hitting this up, so we're showing him some love.
Yes.
How do I take my skills from the driving range and transfer them to the golf course? So Scotty, hopefully you liked our video. This part of the video will pertain to people that are just going to the driving range, trying to learn golf, trying to build up a base enough to have enough courage to go out and try it on the golf course.
That's it.
So the question that we're muddling over is, how do you make the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth time that you go to the range enjoyable, predictable, something where you can measure your kind of results or at least have a way that your brain can kind of deal with it.
Feel like you're actually getting somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the first, obviously, if you're new to the game, number one is get the ball airborne, and that's usually what people are concerned about. And if you looked at any of our earlier shows, you'll see that we talk about the golf club as being a grass cutting device, and we're just cutting grass with it. Now, to elaborate a bit more on that, just to make things more predictable for you instead of hoping that things are going to happen, this is how we can associate the golf swing. You have a ball and a string, you just twirl that sucker. So you can take anything and just tie it to a string and give it a nice twirl like this. You need to feel this. This is you and gravity and your relationship with gravity. So you're building some G-forces here, and you'll notice that if you do it faster, your grip pressure and your arm tension is going to intensify. And if you do it smoother, it's going to start relaxing. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to try and clip this tee with that. So I get into my position, I get a little lower, and then I'm just going to bring that over to the tee. So you notice I'm using that circular action of this ball and a string to cut or clip the tip of the tee off. Well, this is the same thing as a golf swing. If this was my ball, string, and I tie that to my shoulder socket, and I just let that twirl around my shoulder, you'll notice that the club is always bottoming out right under my shoulder. There's Anatomy 101 for you. So I take both arms and bring them together. The two clavicles here bring the shoulder sockets together to my sternal notch. That's the little hole just below your voice box. That basically represents the center of your swing. So if you allow that ball and a string to swing back and through, and just give control to gravity, then you'll notice, hey, that's not me cutting the grass. That's somebody else. That's gravity.
Nice, nice.
Okay?
You know when you go to out for a nice night and you see people on the dance floor that are just moving, and then you see people that look like they're trying to dance? This is the guy who's just moving, okay? So if you're taking your son or daughter, your wife to the driving range for the first time, this is so money. They should be doing this, and what it's going to allow them to do is see something that's predictable. It's going to give them some evidence that, hey, look, I can hit a tee, or I can hit the ground or bottom out in the same spot pretty much every time.
Yes.
If they have evidence, they can believe in it, right?
I love that. Evidence. That is a very nice term. So when you bring the dandelion in play, make sure that your focus is not on the bulb, but on the stem. And you've got your grass cutting device. You see the stem of that dandelion in your mind. You have your rope on the string. Give the rope to gravity and let gravity cut the dandelion stem. And you're going to go, hey, that's pretty neat. I didn't do anything, and the ball is in the air. And look at that sucker go. That's really cool. And the sensation you're going to have with that is just going to be bliss on a stick.
How are we doing for time? 5? Okay.
Already?
Hopefully that helps. If you still have questions, we're here to talk to you about them. So look, there's comments down below. Yeah. Help us out, all right? You know where we're at on Twitter. You know where we're at on Vine. Consume this content in a way that suits your life, and keep watching our show.
Awesome. Couldn't have said it better.